Ready to roll, everybody. A hearty good evening on this Saturday edition of Thoroughbred Action. Day number 2 of the championship season at Gulfstream Park. Jason Blewett joining you on just a sun-drenched, perfect weather afternoon. We've got 11 races on the show tonight, 6 stakes for the 2-year-olds, maybe a future star or two in the mix. A lot of ground to cover. That's why we send it up to our man, track announcer Pete Aiello, for much, much more.
11 races to get to on the program here this afternoon. A lot of stakes action on the card with 2-year-olds taking center stage pretty much all day long. First of the day brings out 2-year-olds on turf in a 1-mile trip. Maiden claimers in for a price tag of $25,000. Scratch the alternates 13 through 16. A field of 12. The favorite was the 9, Lemoncita.
Racing at Gulfstream. Far outside, Ami 10 was away quickly from the rail. There's La Flamenca moving up to challenge. Lemoncita's away in the top flight. She'll land a joint 4th as striding into 3rd is Joss Dreamy. Past the wire the first time, Shady Sharon is 5 deep on the course. In between horses is Herculina, and down at the inside goes Debbie's YouTube Diva. Lemoncita's going to be parked 4 wide as they hit that first turn run, racing 3 ahead of Passatime. Mystic Sparkle for company on her inside. Then it's a gap of another 3 to Cherokee Sound 3rd last. Dama de Noche is 2nd last, and the trailer is Honesta. Into the backstretch they go. La Flamenca holds inside position and the lead. From between horses, that's Ami 10 up on the outside, 3 wide for Shady Sharon. Sayas has the favorite Lemoncita in the 2-path, racing a joint 4th alongside Debbie's YouTube Diva. Then it's a gap of another 5 lengths back to Herculina, who's lost a bit of ground. She's now 2 ahead of an inside running Mystic Sparkle. Joss Dreamy has dropped back a touch. Out wide and going by her is Cherokee Sound. It's a gap of another 3 lengths then to the inside, and Dama de Noche with Honesta at the back through the opening half-mile in 47 seconds flat. Around the far turn they go, and with the advantage, it's still the inside horse La Flamenca. Ami 10 for company on the outside. Saya's working overtime on Lemoncita, 3rd, 2.5 lengths off the lead. Then Debbie's YouTube Diva, and they're at the top of the stretch. Ami 10 on the outside of La Flamenca, who tries to find under pressure. Lemoncita down the stand side 3rd. 1/8 of a mile to go. La Flamenca digging in. Ami 10 right alongside, and Lemoncita's lifting late. They come home for the wire. Lemoncita gonna try to nail it on the money. Here's the wire. Photo finish. Tough to tell where the bob was there. Was it Lemoncita outside or Ami 10 inside? It's picture time in 137 flat.
Very tight finish to start the afternoon. Number 9, Lemoncita gets the call, but that was probably the only time in the race that she was ahead, surging in the final jump to get the money under Luis Sayas, her trainer Todd Pletcher, and owners and breeders Wertheimer and Frere. Very nice try from the 12, Ami 10 to just miss. La Flamenca ran 3rd. We go to the second race now, the start of the early pick 4, 6 furlongs the journey. 2-year-old maiden fillies in for a price tag of $25,000. Field of 12 signed on. The favorite was the 5, Cozy Cat.
And they're off. From the center, Dazzling Bride begins well. Pura Sangre has speed. Here's the favorite, Cozy Cat, moving forward. Newcomer Apollo You Anywhere into the top flight, and Classic Melody tries to stay with the top horses while dropping back a touch. Widest of all is East to West with Tough and Buff next. Then it's Sweet Berlin. Gap of another 4 to Marie's Melody ahead of Pukalani and Nana Dude. And now moving up at the inside, Lucy's Interest. They pass the half-mile point and take it to the far turn. The opening quarter, quick and contested, 22 and 2. 3 wide. Cozy Cat up now to take the lead. To Pura Sangre is there second. From between horses, Apollo You Anywhere is now 3rd. Trying to run home from the back is Sweet Berlin. Very wide on the course is Tough and Buff with East to West. Classic Melody drops back a bit with a 1/4 of a mile left to go. Up front, it's Cozy Cat, who's repelled all challenges to this stage and leads the race by 2.5 through a 46 and 2 half-mile. Tough and Buff on the outside tries to continue on second. Sweet Berlin is next. Marie's Melody rolls home, and Lucy's Interest. Final 1/8 of a mile, and Cozy Cat still has the lead and still is well clear out here at a huge number, 99-1, charging into second, Lucy's Interest. But the favorite's a winner, Cozy Cat in front. Lucy's Interest was second, 3rd Marie's Melody. Tough and Buff finished 4th.
2 races down, 2 winning favorites as number 5, Cozy Cat, gets the money, surviving an early tussle with a variety of challengers and putting away everybody inside that final 1/8 of a mile. Owned in partnership by Bethlehem Stable, the Elkstone Group, Mataket Stable, and Michael Dove. Ralph Nix, the winning trainer, the winning jockey, Amisael Jaramillo. Big long shot 2, Lucy's Interest at 99-1, completes a nice exacta. Time for a commercial break. Don't go away. Back now for the third race of the afternoon. We begin with the stakes action here today. First of the day was the Hut Stakes. 2-year-old fillies had a $75,000 purse with a 1-mile trip ahead of them, a field of 7. Off-time favorites were the 5, Total is Shape, and the 6, Power Move.
Racing in the Hut Stakes to a clean beginning. Filly Gene King is being asked for speed by Mirage to try to get an easy lead from Power Move on the outside. Very wide in the early stages is CC Valentina. She's way out in the center. Total is Shape into the top 4. 2.5 clear of Addie Lynn, then Greater Plan. And long shot Miss Cheney is last of all, chasing the speed of Filly Gene King. Filly Gene King completes the opening quarter a length in front of Total is Shape from second, and CC Valentina allowed to settle way out in the center. She's still third. Up on the inside, here's Addie Lynn moving up to take third, and Power Move is between horses. Still at the back are Greater Plan and Miss Cheney. 24-1 for the opening quarter speed, less than 5 furlongs to run. Filly Gene King rolling along with a 3-length lead. Total is Shape is a joint second as Addie Lynn progressing toward the rail third. Power Move being asked for more by Sayas from fourth, behind a 47.5 mile. CC Valentina has finally made it over to the inside rail. She's fifth, about 5 lengths behind, and still at the back, Greater Plan and Miss Cheney. Around the far turn they go, and there goes Camacho on Tonalist Shape, and she's bid up to take the lead. Filly Gene King is there second. Power Move struggling to offer much of a run. Here's CC Valentina put into the clear by Meneses to try to get to the leader. After 3 quarters in 1:11.3, they're at the top of the stretch. Tonalist's Shape, the daughter of Tonalist, has kicked clear to a 4-length lead now. CC Valentina is up into second. Filly Gene King is back to third, but make it 3 for 3 for this good-looking gal. Tonalist Shape, no doubt about it. A winner of the Hut by many, 6 or 7 in the end. CC Valentina second, Filly Gene King third, then Addie Lynn and Power Move.
Certainly looked like on paper it would be one of the favorites to get the job done, and it was indeed, as number 5, Total is Shape, with home field advantage, and she gets her 3rd victory in a row. In fact, she's undefeated, this daughter of Tonalist. She seems to be getting better and better and better with real estate and experience. Nice performance from her for Sammy Camacho, for Safi Joseph Jr., and owner Slam Duck Racing, Legacy Ranch, and Doug Branham. We go to the 4th race now. The Maiden Claimers took center stage here. Maiden Claimers had a 7.5 furlong trip, in fact. They were in for $35,000. Marcos Meneses on the 9, Storm Risk, a field of 10. This was a wide open betting race.
And they're off. Level beginning. Electric Heat, one of the first to break the line, just in the nick of time, put into play early. Up on the outside, Storm Risk. From between horses, Blazing Desire and Bushido's Way holds inside position in the charge to the first turn. 4 across the course here, Bushido's Way with a narrow advantage, just in the nick of time. Second, Blazing Desire is third. At the inside, an Electric Heat on from fourth. Tugging between horses, Cosmic Treasure is fifth. 4 wide is Storm Risk. Then it's down at the inside. That's King of Ranch ahead of Global Currency. Out the back door, Garnet, and he's super lucky. 23-2 for a contested opening quarter station as they head down the backstretch. Bushido's Way and Jaramillo with the advantage. Blazing Desire turning up the pressure in second. 2.5 clear of the gray, just in the nick of time, who's now third. Fourth out wide is Storm Risk, 2 better than Electric Heat. Outside of him and Cosmic Treasure. Then King of Ranch, passed by Garnet, who gets underway. He's super lucky, is second last, and now the trailer is Global Currency. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn through a 47.2 half mile. Up on the outside, it's Blazing Desire to put a neck on top. Bushido's Way trying to fight back from second. 3 clear of just in the nick of time. He's now asked to quicken from third. Outside in fourth, that's Storm Risk. The rest will have to hurry up with a 1/4 mile left to go. Blazing Desire confidently handled and off the turn with the lead. Toward the inside, Bushido's Way. Splitting horses now is Cosmic Treasure with just in the nick of time. Final 1/8 of a mile. No dangers up front as Blazing Desire has it all locked up. Blazing Desire and Santiago Gonzalez report home a 1.5 lengths in front. Cosmic Treasure was second, just in the nick of time, third. Then Storm Risk, and he's super lucky.
Off-time favorite ended up being number 8, Blazing Desire, and that was money well spent by the betting public as he proves much the best. Handled very nicely by Santiago Gonzalez for owners and breeders DP Racing and trainer Patrick Biancone. Blazing Desire off at 3-2. On now to the 5th race, the Buffalo Man Stakes. 2-year-olds at a 6 furlong trip in for $75,000 in guaranteed purse money. Rider change on 1 to Wesley Henry. Rider change on 8 to Gadiel Martinez. Scratch the 2, Sun Squall. A field of 7. The favorites were 4, Complexifier, and 5, Went West.
Racing in the Buffalo Man Chivalry, the first to break the line, but Ricky Tikki-Tavi's going to run with him early. From the two favorites away third and fourth, Complexifier to the inside of Went West. Out wide on the course in Iberico. The two at the back are long shots Acapoti and Dialed in Gold. They speed to the half-mile grounds, and Chivalry and Amisael Jaramillo with a narrow lead. Pressed every step by Ricky Tikki-Tavi in second toward the inside. Complexifier is third. Went West is back to fourth. Iberico given the green light to launch a three-wide bid while fifth. 5 ahead of Acapoti and Dialed in Gold. Around the far turn they go. 22 seconds for a rock-solid opening quarter speed. Ricky Tikki-Tavi the first to give way. Chivalry has the lead, but he has two talented colts right at his heels. Complexifier to the inside of Went West, widest of all in Iberico, with a quarter of a mile left to go. 44 and 4 for a half mile, and Chivalry lives to tell about it. He's into the drive with a narrow lead. Went West trying to press past on the outside. These two throw it down for a final furlong. Went West is now up for the lead. Chivalry is running his heart out and trying to come back on. Chivalry's back for more inside, and Chivalry turned him away. Chivalry was up for a street fight and prevailed gamely over Went West in second. A Buffalo man we won't forget in 109 and 2.
This will have to go on the list as one of the most exciting races all year here in South Florida, and it's put up by number 3, Chivalry, who took all the pace pressure, was confronted by a very nice horse on his outside, pinned his ears, and turned him away. Great performance here for Ralph Nix and Amisael Jaramillo, the son of Awesome, of course. Chivalry, bred right here in Florida by the owners, Jack's or Better Farm. Number 5, Went West, was second in a game run. We go to the 6th race now, the start of today's Rainbow Six. Race number 6, a 5.5 furlong maiden special weight contest. Field of 8 signed on. The favorite was the 2, the Big Kahuna.
And they're off. Good start out wide for Frontier Mesa, who heads off for the early lead. Splitting horses, Wildwood Fury, and here's the favorite, the Big Kahuna. Now fleet-footed and up to take over. The Big Kahuna leads a half a length over Wildwood Fury in second, 'Cause I Said So. Now races from third. Frontier Mesa is there fourth. 2.5 to African Heritage, then Fire Fist outside and Well Connected, and 5 to the trailer, Sag Harbor. They swing around the far turn, and at even money, it's the Big Kahuna in front by a neck. No pace pressure, a lot of pace pressure, rather, for Wildwood Fury, who's up alongside second. 'Cause I Said So, put into the clear by Jaramillo, 3 wide and on the go. Here's Well Connected moving sharply to the leader. Hyro puts him in the 4 path to go on with it, and this favorite will have to kick for more. The Big Kahuna shoved on by Sias to try to make a break for it. 'Cause I Said So draws up alongside now second. Down the center, Well Connected is third. There's an 1/8 of a mile to go. The Big Kahuna finding under pressure and moves away again to lead now by 2. 'Cause I Said So did everything he could, but he could not get by the Big Kahuna. The Big Kahuna lives up to the hype and wins by almost 2. 'Cause I Said So second, and Well Connected third. African Heritage ran fourth.
Favorite players having a good day as the favorite gets the job done here. Number 2, the Big Kahuna for the money. He was actually impressive, turning away some challenges after facing pace pressure. Owned by Mathis Stable and trained by Todd Fletcher. Todd on a roll since moving his entire team down this way. Luis Saez on board for his second winner today. Now for race number 7 on the program, first leg of the late pick 5, the Wait a While Stakes. 2-year-old fillies in a 1-mile trip. Field of 9 went postward. The favorite was the 6, American Giant.
And they're off in the Wait a While. It was a good start for the favorite American Giant. Down at the inside, Fujairah has speed. Splitting horses, Cheermeister far outside and envied as they pass the wire the first time. Then it's Fightstown Gal racing 4 wide at this point. At the rail, Diamonds are A. In the 2-path, Sunset Promise and Lucky Jingle is 3 wide. Out the back door early is Lafia as they charge around the first turn. With the advantage, it's Cheermeister and Jaramillo in front by a length. On the outside, Envy is their second. Fujairah is third. Saez puts American Giant in the 2-path to race on from fourth. On the inside, and Diamonds are A. Outside of her, and Fightstown Gal. Back from there, it's Sunset Promise. The 2 at the back are Lucky Jingle and Lafia. They make their way now to the half-mile point after the opening quarter went in 23-1. And with the advantage, it's still Cheermeister in front, and in front by a length and a quarter. Envied is second. Fujairah at the inside is now third. Back to fourth, an American Giant from between horses, Sunset Promise, then Diamonds are A. On the far outside goes Fightstown Gal trying to put in a charge as they make their way around the far turn. 46-4 for the opening half-mile. Cheermeister has been in front from the outset, tries to stretch him out here with a quarter of a mile left to go. She still has something in the tank. From the outside, that's Envied now second. Toward the rail and Fujairah. American Giant better get going, and toward the rail, Sunset Promise. Just more than an eighth of a mile to go. Jaramillo trying to get one more furlong from Cheermeister. She's well clear, but on the outside, it's some Lucky Jingle who's motoring late with Sunset Promise. Cheermeister pleads for the wire, and she'll get there. Cheermeister all the way in the wait a while. Close then for second. Sunset Promise or Lucky Jingle in 134-1.
We start the late pick 5 with an upset win as number 4, Cheermeister, forgets to stop. Handled perfectly by Misael Jaramillo. The daughter of Bodymeister goes gate to wire. Owned by Teresa and David Palmer and trained by Armando de la Cerda. Cheermeister, the upset winner. Sunset Promise and Lucky Jingle close ground to complete your tribe. Let's go to the 8th race, the House Party Stakes, the start of the late pick 4. These are 2-year-old fillies sprinting 6 furlongs. Field of 9 went postward. The favorite was number 8, Sound Machine.
And they're off in the House Party. Marching in away quickly, down at the inside, One Hot Drama now moving up. In between horses, Free the Beast won't be far away, and down at the rail goes Spanish Point. Then back from there goes Sound Machine, outside of Mudslide Wicked. Down at the inside, Princess Eulalie. The 2 at the back are Lavi and Kimura. They make their way to the half-mile point, and with the advantage, it's One Hot Drama, and Marcos Meneses on top by a length. Spanish Point put into a perfect tracking spot while second in the 2-path. 3 wide, and now third is Sound Machine, back to fourth, marching in. Trying to get through at the fence is Princess Eulalie with Free the Beast next, followed by Mudslide Wicked. Then it's a gap of another 3 to Lavi, and Kimura's at the back. 22-1 for the opening quarter speed, and up to take the lead is Spanish Point. Hot-handed Jaramillo bids for another one, and he has Spanish Point striding nicely up front. Sound Machine is flat to the boards, trying to get on terms second. Back to third is One Hot Drama with less than a quarter of a mile to go. Spanish Point now has to kick on with it, leads by a length and a quarter. Sound Machine will not go away, and she's within a neck now second. 5 lengths clear of an on-rushing Lavi third. 16th to go. Spanish Point still close to home with the lead, and Spanish Point actually boots away again to win by almost 2. Sound Machine is second, Lavi is third, Princess Eulalie fourth, and Kimura to complete the high five.
Misael Jaramillo is having a very nice day. A grand slam complete for him as number 1, Spanish Point, responds when confronted, getting the victory for Jorge Abreu, the Limestone Thoroughbreds. Misael Jaramillo for his 4th win of the day. Number 8, Sound Machine did not give up, but had to settle for second. We go to the 9th race now. This was the Pulpit Stakes. 2-year-old males take center stage here. They won 1 mile for $75,000. Off-time favorites included the 4, King Guillermo, and the 8, Graceful Kitten.
Racing in the Pulpit Stakes. Factorino wins the break, but Graceful Kitten is quickly up to challenge. Captain D on the outside, and King Guillermo gets away toward the rail. He's now 4th. From between horses, that's King's Honor, who's an early 5th. Down inside 6th goes Fame to Famous. Solvolante drops out last as they chase the speed of Factorino. Factorino on top by 2.5. King Guillermo second. Graceful Kitten is third. Back to 4th goes King's Honor. 5th is Captain D. 6th at the inside is Fame to Famous, followed by Irish Mia and Looking at a Miracle. Out wide on the course is Calibrator. He's third last. He's about 8 lengths behind. Second last inside is Nettleton, and the trailer is the stretch running Sol Volante. Opening quarter robust, 22-3 as they head 5 furlongs from home. It's Factorino on top by a length and a half. King Guillermo now moves to the 2-path to have clear racetrack second. Graceful Kitten is third. Fame to Famous improves at the inside. He just took over fourth. Back to fifth goes King's Honor. Captain D is next, and Irish Mia is improving toward the inside. It's a length and a half to Nettleton, who gets underway. Sol Volante starts to pick it up. He's passed a couple. They include Looking at a Miracle and Calibrator. Around the far turn they go, and it's now King Guillermo who has the lead. Sol Volante's made up a ton of ground, and he just looks for some place to go, and now he has room. And here's Sol Volante to take on King Guillermo with less than an eighth of a mile to go. Here's Sol Volante up on the outside to take the lead from King Guillermo, who's back to second. Irish Mia's is back to third, but his maiden win was eye-catching, and this just as impressive. Sol Volante by 2 in the end. Irish Mia's was second. King Guillermo was third. Fame to Famous ran fourth.
Anybody who watched the GPW racing programs was probably on board with the winning horse in this race, as number 6, Sol Volante, so impressive when making his debut in Miami Gardens. Here this afternoon, I would argue he was even more impressive. Jockey Jairo Rendon looked like he never got out of second gear on this son of Caracanti, who went last to first and remained undefeated. Trained by Patrick Biancone for his second winner today, owned by Patrick's daughter Andy Biancone and Limelight Stables. Sol Volante, an impressive upset winner. Back now for race number 10 on the program. First half of the late daily double. Smooth Air Stakes, 2-year-olds at a 1-mile trip. A field of 10. The favorite was the 4. Little brother to California Chrome, Fort McHenry.
And they're off in the Smooth Air Stakes. Bobbling beginning for At the Beach. Quick beginning inside for Gemmo, who's put into play, but the Archer also has speed, and these two quickly move ahead of Fort McHenry, who's outsprinted today. He'll land third. Up on his outside is Poe, and Poe is now in third. Back to fifth goes Soros. Away in early sixth, Peruvian Boy. Seventh is Gangly. Eighth inside is Genghis. Ninth out wide is At the Beach, and 10th and last is My First Grammy. 23-1 for a strong opening quarter speed. Sammy Camacho and the Archer at a big number in front at the 5/8, 3 parts of length. Gemmo is there second, Poe is third. Fort McHenry niggled on to keep up from fourth. Back to fifth and Peruvian Boy. Down inside sixth is Soros. Trying to gain ground from seventh is Gangly. 3 back to Genghis and eighth. Still at the back are My First Grammy, and at the back is My First Grammy as they kick now to the far turn. 45-2 for a half mile. That's all for the Archer as Gemmo just took over. Gemmo moves away by a length and a half. Poe is now second. Saez is all over Fort McHenry, and he's losing ground. Up on his outside, Soros makes a bid under Prado 4 wide. Peruvian Boy and the hot-handed Jaramillo 3 wide. Gangly running home from the back, and so is Genghis. Many chances here. 3 quarters, 111-1. They're out the top of the stretch. On the far outside, here is Soros powering past, and Soros is fleeing the scene. He's kicked away. Gemmo is back to second. Here's Gangly trying to get into second. Genghis rolls down the center, but it's 7-1. It's still Soros close to home. It's Genghis who flies on to get into second. Soros is the winner. Genghis second, Gangly third, Gemmo fourth, and then Peruvian Boy.
Yesterday on opening day, Gustavo Delgado and Edgar Prado teamed up for an upset victory. Today it was more of the same, although this time in a stake, as number 8, Soros, who ran very well in his career debut behind Fort McHenry. He takes a step forward, Fort McHenry takes a step backwards, and Soros gets the Smooth Air Stakes victory. Trained by Gustavo for jockey Edgar Prado on board for OGMA Investments. To the 11th and final race now on turf at a mile and a 16th. Claimers which have not won 2 in for a price tag of $16,000. Scratch the 1, 11, 14, and 15. Rajiv Mirage rides the 13, Mine Runner. The favorite was the 4, Bad to the Core.
And runners away. It was a good start for Bad to the Core. Moving up on his inside, Mon Chevalier has some speed off the shelf. Away in the top flight goes Gone Diesel. He's up to a joint third. Peace Speaker moves on his outside, then Tiz Luna from between horses. At the rail, it's Third Army. He's only 3 lengths off the lead as the pace is really not that fast in the early stages here. Up on the outside goes Bad Boy EJ trying to work over with Malibu Music in between horses. Moving at the inside while third last Unlimited Data's second last is Moe's Ride. And now dropping back the early trailer is Mine Runner. While they went the opening quarter in 23 and 4 as they head into the backstretch, and Peace Speaker and Barrios have now off to lead by 2.5. Up to second, Bad to the Core. He races outside of Mon Chevalier, who's an early third. It's a gap of another 3 lengths back to Third Army. He's at the inside fourth. Tiz Luna is his partner on the outside. From between horses, it's Malibu Music. Next on the far outside is Gone Diesel. Riding the rail is Unlimited Data. He's closed up a couple of spots. Dropping back a couple of spots was Moe's Ride. And still at the back is Mine Runner. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn through a 47 1/2 mile. Peace Speaker has the lead, but Bad to the Core moves and moves right now. 3 wide Tiz Luna from between horses. It's Third Army. Malibu Music let go with a 5 wide bid. Bad Boy EJ finds his best stride and comes on next. Off the turn on the stretch drive. Many chances here. 3/4, 1:11 and 2. There's an 1/8 of a mile to go. Malibu Music out in the center of the course. Unlimited Data. Tiz Luna. Bad to the Core. Bad Boy EJ over the top. Who do you like here? Malibu Music on the outside toward the rail and Bad to the Core. Bad Boy EJ is surging. Here's the line. Photo finish. Photo finish. It might have been Jaramillo again. Bad to the Core's in the picture with Bad Boy EJ in 1:42 and 1.
While having to survive 3 separate claims of foul, number 4, Bad to the Core, holds up for the victory. Gives Misael Jaramillo riding victory number 5 on the afternoon. Gets the job done for trainer Antonio Sano and owners Sano Racing and Polymers Racing Stable. Tough beat if you have the 12, Bad Boy EJ. He just missed while second. And the 7, Malibu Music, fired a big shot. He was just a neck back while running third. No single ticket in the Rainbow Six this afternoon, so we'll have that guarantee in the jackpot pool into Sunday's card of $100,000.
All right, our opening Saturday in the books. Want to thank everybody, certainly the horses off the bat, but thank the great fans that we have here supporting Gulfstream Park. It's been a terrific 2 days to start this lengthy championship season. And maybe the best news of all, we do it all again tomorrow afternoon, a 10-race Sunday that gets underway at about 12:35 Eastern. Metallica playing in the Yard House. I'm going to go listen to that, and I'll see you tomorrow here on Thoroughbred Action.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.